Chair Yogis, it's Erica. How are you all? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm coming to you from my basement. Thought I would put together a little chair practice. So join me. You'll need a chair, my dining room chair, and nothing else. It just needs to be a flat surface chair. So if you have a folding chair, a dining room or a kitchen table chair, a bar stool would work, but it's got to be counter height. You kind of want to make sure you've got a back on that chair. So grab what you can and join me if you will. So come to your chair, come to a seated position all the way back in the back of your chair. Let your palms face, actually we're going to start facing down and just rest comfortably. Let your breath take over here. Take a big inhale. Hold your inhale at the top of your collarbones for a beat. And exhale slowly, let everything go. Let your shoulders drop, let your elbows drop down. And close your eyes, tuck your chin. And just listen to your breath a couple of times, connecting in to your body. Notice that just even a couple of breaths can change your nervous system altogether. So if you want to continue this deep breathing in and exhale, sighing everything out. And when things get a little crazy throughout the day or as new news comes in, feel free to connect with that breath over and over and over again. So as you inhale the next time, I want you to shift your weight forward, come to the very front of your chair, and then stack your knees over your ankles. So let your feet come out a little bit, sitting up nice and tall. We'll start by just warming up our spine. Simply just taking some pelvic circles, head over to the right, back to the back, over to the left, and up through the middle. Just do it with your breath. So as you exhale, moving through the back of your chair, inhale, moving through the front of your chair. I'm not sick. It's okay. I was sick. I had the flu last week, but I'm doing great now. Pause at the center, move the opposite way. Move left, back, right, center. I hope everyone's feeling good. Doing your best to stay inside. Wash your hands. Limit your time in public. Okay, hold that rock right in the center. Release your breath as you inhale. Lifting up with your chest, lift your chin into a cow pose. And then exhale, tuck your chin round through your back. Allow your tailbone to come forward as your hands push down towards the ground. That's cat pose. And inhale, back up through cow. Still just warming up the spine. Make sure your shoulders stay down. And exhale, rounding through this cat. Repeat a couple times. If you're breathing a little faster than I am, that's fine. Move a little faster. If you're breathing slower, move slower. Just keep going through these cat-cows. Notice the way your breath helps to move your body. As you exhale here, feel your ribs expand on the inhale and fall on the exhale. And come up to a normal, neutral spine. Let your hands reach down energetically. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. And simply just drop your chin down towards your chest slowly, allowing the muscles to stretch down the top of your back, the bottom of your neck. Breathe. Good. On your next inhale, trace a line over towards your right shoulder and look up. And exhale, trace a line across your collarbones over to the left and look up. Move again with your breath. Allowing your exhales to trace that line, your inhales lift up, keep those shoulders down, and exhale again. One more time on each side. Good, hold in the center here. Allow your chin to come up so it's level with the ground. And shrug your shoulders up, back, and down. Take stock of where your tailbone is at, where your tummy muscles are. Make sure they're pulled up and in, sitting up nice and tall. Try not to arch your back. Good. On your next inhale, take your arms, sweep them way up high as you can. And then exhale, bring that right hand down, leaning over towards the right. Make sure this left hip or left glute stays down on your chair and you're holding on to the right side of your chair. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let your left hand come down, reach over with your right hand, leaning towards the left side. Inhale, back to center. Repeat this a couple times with your breath. Exhale down and stretch. Inhale, up, reach. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, good. Coming to a twist, take your left hand, put it on the outside of your right knee. Take your right hand, rest it on the chair behind you. Sit up as tall as you can and twist from your core up through your chest to your shoulders, then your neck. Good, and inhale, untwist, come back forward, raise your hands and begin twisting to the opposite side. Right hand on the outside of your left knee and breathe. Good, inhale, up, twisting around to the right, using your breath. Inhale and exhale. One more time on each side. Up and reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up and reach. Exhale, twist towards the left. Good, inhale, back to center. Allow your hands to come to a touch, bringing them down through your heart center. Moving on to thread the needle. Take both of your hands, put them on the outsides or the resting on top of your knees. Take your right hand and go under your left arm. Allow your right elbow to land on your left knee. And maybe you can take your right shoulder down to your right knee. Twist open here and stay here with your left hand, or maybe come to your hip and just breathe. You should feel a stretch through the back of your low back, the top of your hip. And inhale, back to center. Push through that left knee. And we'll switch. Take your left hand underneath, allowing that left elbow to land on your right knee. Maybe allowing that left shoulder to land on your left knee. Stay here with your right hand, or maybe take your right hand to your hip, twisting a little deeper. Good, inhale, press into that right knee and sit yourself back up. Repeat that again. See if you can go a little deeper this time. Maybe you were just at your forearm last time. Maybe you're allowed to bring that shoulder down this time. And then maybe reach, open up, twisting to the sky. Make sure your shoulder stays away from your ear. Allow your head to reach long. And breathe. Good. Exhale as you bring that left hand down, push into your left knee. And switch, take that left hand under, falling towards your knees, and inhale as you reach up with your hand, or just put your hand back on your hip, your choice. Good, exhale, bring that right hand down, push into your knee, engage your core to lift you up. Moving on to our legs, take your right leg, put it out as long as you can, heels down towards the ground, toes up towards the sky. Make sure you don't hyperextend this knee. Hands on your hip. When you're ready, exhale, just hinge forward, keeping your chest and your chin long, looking forward, trying to keep this stretch isolated into the back of your leg, your hamstring. Breathe here. Good, inhale, lift back up, and we'll switch legs. Put your right foot secure into the ground, extend your left leg. Put your heel down, toes reaching for the sky. Make sure that knee doesn't go backwards or hyperextend. Sit up nice and tall, hands at your hips, and exhale, lean forward. Bring your core in. Take some deep breaths. Good. Inhale, come back up. Make sure that left foot is secure. Take your fingers, interlace your fingers, bringing your knee to your chest. If that is too deep or too hard, you can take your hands underneath your knee and lift that leg as high as you can. Or if you have a belt at home, you could always grab a belt underneath your foot. But for today, let's just do it this way. If you want to repeat this program, you can grab a belt for the next time, but it's okay if you don't have one. We're just here to pass some time and move our bodies. Rotate your ankle around both ways, clockwise and counterclockwise. Point and flex through that Achilles. Keep breathing, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, and then flex your right foot. Reach down with that left hand and connect into a figure four. If you know this is an unattainable position for you, connect at your ankles. Sit up tall, allow that right knee just to dip down towards the ground, opening this right hip. Stay here. If you are connected up high, make sure your foot stays flexed. You should not be able to see the sole of your foot. That's not a flexed foot. Your foot should go towards the wall or my old door. It used to be my desk. And let your knee just slowly drop. If that is too far, you can always hug your knee, cradle it, and then just rock. So wherever you're at, put a little rock left and right. Move with your breath. Good. Hold your center rock. Hold still. Take your right arm, wrap around that knee. Allow your foot to come back so it's square with the ground, and then drop your right foot down. If you are attached here at the ankle, just simply lift and put your foot down. And we'll switch. Interlace your fingers. Pull that left knee in or underneath. Or maybe use a belt to put underneath your foot. Sit up nice and tall. Make sure those shoulders are down. Point and flex through your toe. Round your ankle clockwise, counterclockwise. Good. Flex your foot. Reach down with your right hand and connect again, either at your ankle or up here at top of your knee. Allow that hip to open, and remember that your body is not symmetrical when it comes to flexibility. So one side might have been easier than the other. It's okay, you're normal. Just try not to force anything. And just breathe. Find that sweet little spot to rock. Allow that left hip to open and relax. Keep breathing deeply. Good. And hold your center rock. Take your left arm, reach under that left hip, grab that knee. Grab under that left knee, and then put your foot back down. Sitting up nice and tall, moving into an eagle leg. So make sure you're still on the edge of your chair. Extend your right foot out long. Take your toes up to the ceiling, and then cross your left foot over on top. Connect here at the knees so your knees aren't stacked on top of one another, making that right knee hyperextend. Kind of open as though you're a little bow-legged, and then press your knees together as best you can. Then reflex your feet. Sit up nice and tall, hands at your hips, and hinge your hips forward. Get a little IT band stretch. You may not have to go very far. And then inhale back up. And switch. Put your left foot down. Put your right foot cross over. Open those knees. Press them together. Reflex your feet. Sit up tall. Hands at your hips and hinge forward. Exhale here. Good. Inhale. Come back to center. Bring those legs back so they're underneath you. Scoot back just a little bit so you're comfortable on your chair. And inhale your arms straight out. Expand your wingspan as long as you can. As you exhale, take your right arm under your left, crossing your arms over, and then winding your hands up in front of you. If that is unattainable, you can always rest your elbows on top of each other and then reach your elbows up to the level of your chin. Take your hands, hug behind you. So stay here or join me back in this eagle arms, allowing your arms to reach up. When you exhale, I want you to hinge at the hips, allow your elbows to come to your lap. Either hand hold will work for this. Once you get down, just let your head relax and breathe through your back body. Expand through that cat back. And exhale. One more inhale. Exhale down. Good. Inhale, engage your core. lift yourself back up to a seated position. Exhale, your arms open. Inhale big here. And exhale, left elbow under the right elbow. Wind up here, or again, connect, stack those elbows on top. Grab for the back of your shoulders. Wherever you're at, sit up tall. And then exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Allow your arms to rest into your lap and breathe through your back body. Good, inhale, lift yourself back up. Exhale as you uncurl. Inhale out. And then reach up so your hands are reaching into an X shape. Exhale, bring your elbows back down behind you, almost to a touch. And inhale back up. Exhale, making a W. Inhale to the X. Exhale, W. Inhale. Exhale. Keep moving with your breath. If your shoulder starts to get tired, or if you know you have limited range of motion, you can always come out to here and then down. Reaching to the horizon and down with those elbows behind, strengthening your back. Good. On your next inhale, bring your arms up to a cactus arms or field goal post. And as you exhale, bring your palms forward facing down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back down. Good. Keep going with your breath. As your mind starts to travel to your tired shoulders, I want you to concentrate on bringing your belly in, sitting up tall on that tailbone. Bring this exercise down into your core. And then see, you've already forgotten about your shoulders. Good, one more exhale. And inhale up. Exhale, release those hands and shoulders shrug. Take them up, back, and down. Good, moving on. A little more leg work for the day. Take your legs as wide as your chair, maybe a little bit wider. Take your heels in and your toes out. And then come to the front of your chair so you have just enough wiggle room with your thighs and your legs or your hip joints. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hands on the edges of your knees. And as you inhale, I want you to bring your shoulders way up high. Lean forward. Allow your tailbone to drop. Feel lengthened through the spine, specifically through your thoracic spine, the middle of your back. Bring your belly in. Keep breathing. Good, inhale, come back. Shift your weight back, allow those shoulders to drop back down. And leaning towards the right, put your right elbow on top of your right knee and push that left leg away. Being really careful and mindful here, of course, of any artificial limbs or joints. Making sure that you're not pushing too far. Just find your edge exactly as far as you can go. Don't push any further. And then inhale, use your core, lift yourself up, switch. Take that left elbow down to your left knee, push your right leg away, bring your belly up and in as you lengthen, trying to reach through your crown. Good, and inhale back to center. Moving on to our next exercise, sun salutation. Make sure that if you start to feel a little lightheaded, just keep your chin lifted. So I'll show you one time through with your head all the way down. I'll show you the next time with your chin lifted. So inhale, take your hands up high, reach, bring that belly in. Exhale, forward fold, reaching down for the ground or as far as you can. Let your head hang. And then inhale, press through your heels, maybe lift your toes, engage your legs to lift you halfway up. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way back up to the top. And then exhale, hands through heart center. Good, inhale, sweep your hands up high. Exhale, forward fold. Here's what you want to do if you have high blood pressure or you start to get dizzy. Keep your head up. And inhale, do a halfway lift. Extend belly in. Exhale, folding down. Notice my head stayed up. Inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale through heart center. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way to the top. And exhale through heart center. Good. Bring your legs back together, just heel toe them together. And then we'll stand, we'll do a couple standing exercises. So take your chair, and you can stand this way so you can still see me. I will stand the opposite way so you can see the actions that I do. So I want you to first make sure that your chair has a back onto it. So if you don't have a chair with a back, you can use your counter height in your kitchen is fine too. So first we'll move into a downward facing dog. Just allow your arms to reach and make sure your legs are all the way back as far as you can. Take your tailbone, reach back behind you as your head, your crown is reaching forward. Breathe here. Bring that belly up and in. Good. Inhale. Lift your upper body up. Take a step forward with your right foot. Bend through that right knee. And then pivot your back toes out. So your back toes are going to be facing me, or I will be facing you. And your hips are kind of scooped under. Holding on to the back of your chair. Take your back hand straight out from your shoulder. Not high, not too low. Straight out. Reach with that hand. And stay here, or include your front hand, your right hand. Now make sure that you look down, you can see those right toes. If you can't, your foot is too far under, your knee is too far past your toes. So check that, make sure you're not moving too far. This is warrior two. Stay here, or we can move on. I want you to inhale big. As you exhale, reach forward with this chair. Use that back of your chair for your forearm, and then lift this left hand up, keeping your leg bent, moving into a side angle. Breathe here, make sure your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Inhale, allow that back hand to come down, returning to that warrior two, and then reverse your warrior. Left hand goes down, right hand goes high, keep your belly in. Keep those hips tucked under. Keep a bend in that right knee to your degree. Good. Exhale back through that warrior two. Stay here. Breathe. Good. Take your hands down. Maybe spin this left hand around. Spin those left toes around. And just simply walk forward to your chair. Standing in Tadasana, feet hip width distance apart. Breathe here. And then I'm going to change my chair so I can show you the left side, but we'll do the same exact poses. So first step back to your downward facing dog, reaching to the back of your chair. Take your hips back behind you, tailbone reaching long. Breathe here. Good. Inhale. Coming up, bring that left foot forward, bending through that left knee. Pivot those right toes open. So your hips are facing the camera. Find your stability through your legs first. Inhale as you reach up with that right hand, reach back behind you. And then maybe keep this hand here for stability, or reach forward with your left hand. And then you want to stare over your left hand. Keep breathing nice and big. Inhale. Exhale, move to side angle. You're going to shift your weight forward. Put that left forearm on the back of your chair. Lift your right hand as high as you can. Make sure that you're not doubled over, that your booty's not sticking out. Keep those hips scooped under. Reaching here, opening your chest towards the ceiling. Breathe. Good. Inhale. Lifting yourself back up. Return to that warrior two. As you exhale, moving to a reverse warrior, let your right hand go down your right leg, looking up towards your left hand, stretch through your side body. Good. Exhale back through that warrior two, sinking here. Excellent. Put your left hand down, bring that right hand around, pivot on your back toes, so now all 10 toes are facing forward, and then just launch yourself forward to the back of your chair. Stand here. Take a deep breath. Exhale everything out. Coming back to your chair, we'll sit together in final Shavasana. Of course, you can repeat that pose if you'd like again, that warrior two, side angle, warrior two, reverse, warrior two, back to warrior two. or you can make up your own. Just make sure you don't do anything a little too crazy. So sitting in your final Shavasana, get yourself all the way to the back of your chair, resting comfortably. Take your hands, palms facing the sky, but let your hands rest down on your legs and just connect back with your breath. Listen to the way your breath moves in and out of your body. And stay here as long as you'd like, even after the video ends. If you're finding some comfort and some solace here, stay here. And feel free to take your right hand. This is going to look opposite on the camera, but take your right hand, drop it down low, put your left hand on top of your right hand, and then let your thumbs come to a touch. Stay here. This Dhyana Mudra is to help settle a restless soul. So finding a way to kind of looking at that handhold as a way of just scooping, receiving any blessings that might be around you. And we have lots. We have lots to be thankful for. I know it's hard to find them when we have so many limitations, but you know, if you got your health, you got everything. So just keep breathing, settling down that vagus nerve. Your fight or flight is a little overdone right now. And again, you can stay here as long as you'd like, but I need to close my video, so I'm going to bring my hands to heart center. And thank you all for joining me today. I wish you all abundant blessings and good health until we see each other again. Namaste.